everyone, happy Sunday. It took me longer to get on today. I had to wait for a phone call, and that took longer than I expected. So I had time to play around with something I'd been wanting to do. So I have this book, Cut Paper Pictures, Turn Your Art and Photos into Personalized Collages. I've had this for a while, you guys. I'm slowly but surely showing you like some of the art products I have. And I know a lot of you have suggested I have like lots of items. I do. I am a stationery fanatic, you guys. Absolutely. So this book comes with like different colored pages. I could do this with paint. This book was a great deal, so I got it. It just doesn't have patterned papers. It has images and things around the house, step-by-step jug of flowers. You can draw them or cut them out, use them for backgrounds, people, letterings and patterns, etc. and etc. Happy trails. I've been using them in various different projects. I'll show you one now coming up, as you can see. All sorts of beautiful pictures that you can do. So many things with park scenes, etc. So I won't flip the whole thing. That'll take forever. So I used some of these here. And then on the back, there was this picture here, snip tips. But I mean, you could cut out all of these, but you can do this yourself with paper and paint or crayons or anything. But you see how they're layering up paper here? So I believe I got this book at the Dollarama for $3, which I'm fairly certain it was in Amazon when I checked, to the tune of 32, 22, I don't know, but way more. So now that you've seen that, I'll move that baby out of the way. And this is a $2 or $1.50 Dollar Tree 2025, 2026, 8.5 by 11, like school year planner. Okay. And I came across it, hasn't been used, and I've been using a different book for pre-planning, and I'm going to be using this one. So this way, this will be my KISS system preparations, things that I, for example, if I don't have time that day to get to, I'll say, okay, this is the week 1 items I want to ensure that I'm in there. Obviously, it has parent-teacher communications, doesn't apply to me, but I can use that area there to write like maybe medical conversations, or like appointments or phone calls or things like that. They have great big huge calendars in these, lots of areas for notes, etc. So I don't know if you can see the pattern that was on here before. It's pretty cheesy, you know, like it was fine if it was like for spring, but I wanted it to be like autumn. So I put on this, cut out leaves, and I cut out this pattern. I kept this from the original sticker that was on the case, and I glued that to the back with some washi. Comes with a nice plastic cover. Now this cover alone, you guys, was worth the money, because I can turn this cover into so many different covers. So I'm just like throwing these ideas at you, that you might not need this, it might not be useful for you, but for me, if I know that I've got a week that's you know, I don't know, I can throw like, say, I can throw like papers like this in here and say, okay, and then just take an elastic band, which is my trademark thing of doing, and saying, okay, I got to deal with that this week. And then I'll just use an elastic band and voila, shove it in my book bag, my leather bag that you've seen. And then I can deal with these while I'm out and about. And generally speaking, that's what I've been doing with this book. So I have like a lot more books. This book does have calendars in it too. And as I finish the calendars, just to show you, I'll move. These have my bills and stuff in it, but I don't do my budget in this book. It's just as I finish the monthlies in here, I generally every 2 months will rip it out. So there's 2 months here. So as you can see, I'm down now. I'm down just 6, and it came with 12. So it does have a Sunday start. I usually change that. And then same with the papers, because this is all just scribble scratch notes. And this too is just a book of grid, and it's got like random thoughts, ideas, you name it, notes. If I want to do different setups, I try them out in this book. And so, yeah. And I find things like this at thrift stores. So this is what I'd been using before, but I liked this one better because it just, first of all, this thing weighs a ton, and this one is super light. So now I'm going to just put these back in here with my infamous hair elastic because they're strong. And put it back up here so I know. I don't know what everybody's systems is, but that was a piece of paper I was debating on putting it up there, and then I just thought, no, I'll leave it. So that's why I've got that out. I just wanted to show you that very quickly. And I also wanted to come on today and show you where I've gotten so far in the KISS system. So I wonder, should I leave that down to give me reference of the camera? It's kind of glary, but we'll see. I also changed pencil cases to my Kipling orange. I love this. It's more inspirational. It does like theme out with like the holidays a little bit better. And like this was in there too. I've taken it out and just slides in there. Maybe it doesn't. I put the click art pens in there, so I did it after I was filming. And I'd ordered this off an Etsy shop. Even though I can't drink coffee, she asked me if I wanted an additional little attachment here, because I told her I did my own as well, and I have terms. So like this one can be removed and put on like a planner at the bottom, or just on its own, and then I can just add that. So she lets you customize, and her shop is my Key Beads Luxe at Etsy.com. So yeah, and I got that in silver and this in gold, because I wanted the silver for my silver rings, and I liked these particular. This is more like my tea mug, and I like the black, the gold, the pink, and generally white So those are my favorite colors. But, you know, like I ordered these. So these were like two separate things. And I just clip them together like that. And then I can go ahead and put something else on there if I want. So I just have the Click Art pens in here. It's very minimal. On the other side of this pencil case, I have just a regular Bic pen. Back to my regular Bic pen. This is a purple Pro Marks grippy pen clicker. These are Faber-Castell pens. The small, medium, and bold. No, the fine, medium, and bold. The small is with my drawing stuff. But I have a 0.5 Faber-Castell in the dark sepia, which I've been using, and I've been using these two let me just get the box so I can show you. Staedtler pencil crayons, triangular colored. These are not the greatest, you guys. They're not. I'm not going to sit here and say they are, but I bought them for my grandkids. And they already had like lots apparently, so I bought 2 boxes and they only needed 1 box. So that was my daughter's way of saying, you know, Mom, we don't need duplicates of everything anymore. So, which is fine. And then I love Kipling bags. Like, I love Kipling bags. The monkey that was on here, the black monkey, I took him off, put him in my collection. The little heart sticker came off. Again, it's been like chasing me all morning. And that also kind of matches my Listino. This has been coming with me in my purse, as well as excuse the big old what is what I'm stepping on? Oh my goodness. If you don't know by now, please, you know, pause and get yourself something to drink. Yeah, this I'm trying to think. It's a popular name. If you want to know the name of this particular planner, just let me know in the comments. Or direct message me on Instagram, which I tend to get to a lot quicker than the comments, because if you haven't noticed, I haven't gotten to the comments in a while. I apologize. And I'll quickly say this. I am trying to train my brain not to be distracted. And I'm still finding it a bit difficult. Excuses, excuses, excuses. I know. But tomorrow is my day to comment on all the comments. Let's just put it that way. Like, I had a harder week last week. So this one always comes with me. It's a book I decorated in. I write my notes in, scratch notes, and I use these Post-it notes. And when they're done, I just tear them off, and voila, they're gone in the trash. And I had papered these originally, and then I used cheap ink from Daiso, which, my goodness, you get a lot. And it took 2 coats, and I left some of the images of the paper, but for the rest of it. And I just now, let's see if it will fit in here. This is my little raccoon smashed penny that my friend Dee got me, and I cherish that. Yeah. So I have so many things, you guys, that people I've known have, that's not going to fit in there, is it? So I'll just leave it like this way. So I've been so fortunate in life, and I care, like Jean, you know, she did those wall hangings on my bedroom wall yesterday. I don't know if you noticed the like extreme talent of Jean, and you know, like people I know are just so talented, so very talented. So these books here, they're up there. You know, this was my first Chic Sparrow. This Chic Sparrow, I love it, except it's a bit floppy, so it needs more protection in the front. This is, I want to say Wanderings. Yeah, Wanderings. It's a Wanderings, and it's very inexpensive. It's like, I think I bought it at $22. But it didn't come with the wallet piece. It didn't come with the, it came with the books. It didn't come with the patches, obviously. I put those on, but yeah, I carry that everywhere. This is in my purse all the time, and it just holds a clear notebook. Now, I did have another one in here. I finished it. I've just put a brand new one in here, and I used it for scratch notes, and then discovered, I wonder if it will hold up to like paint, and I'm pretty sure it will. So I'm going to try to do more of like an art journaling stream of consciousness in this book. And I also put in some of my affirmations that I did last year and kept from scraps of paper that I cut off from like cutting a book down. So that is that book. This, yeah, this was a real treat to order this book in this burnt orange color. You know, because if you see like my clothes all the time, I wear the same like 4 sweaters all the time, you guys. Like, so even though I have like a lot of stationery, I'm not out buying clothes. Like, I'm not out buying things that aren't essential in other areas. And that's how you balance it, right? So I will just put these 2 over here and not like go around and do this, that, and the other. So yeah, I decided to do up that pre-planner book there and switch to this. And obviously, as you can tell, I do like my charms and tassels, and what can I say? I just do. And you can take them off your purses and put them in a what I call a treasure chest and pull them out from time to time if you want to do that. Be warned, your books may get scratched, but certain books are okay to be scratched because you can like use your own finger oils if you want, or like it's just a matter of letting it be, I don't know, be. Does it need to be any more than that? I don't think so. I'm going to remove this. That will bother me. But yeah, that's going to be my pre-planner book for that. So I'm just going to slip that into my bag. And we are going to take a look and maybe do some dailies. And I took this out. I have a lot of little trinkety stuff that I keep in this bag here. And from time to time, I'll go shopping in my stash and pull this out. So I thought that I would pull this out, but I wanted to show you it's obviously like from, it's got to be from Temu as well. It was probably like 39 cents, 59 cents. And, you know, I can put a sticker on there if I want, but I'm just going to, that's what it was. You can't really tell what it is. Yaxian. I can't speak Chinese, you guys, but if you want to scan it, there it is. I would just, you know, clear mason jar. So with this case and all of its like stuff attached to it, I literally have to remove the book every time from the case. So I will show you what I got to. Now, I thought I would have more time. Isn't that always the way, right? I thought I would have more time. Didn't have as much time as I wanted, which I'm not complaining about because my daughter had phoned me, and then I got like a series of texts and calls from other people I knew, and life happened. So I'm just thinking, do I put a sticker on that to indicate the season? Because the sticker will come right off. So this does say October on it. So let's do that. Do October, and then like the witch. And that's why I say, you know, sometimes I make jokes when I go shopping and I see like a broom. And I'll say, oh, it's too bad. I wanted to buy a new car in red, and they don't have red. So it's pretty simple. And then on the back, I can, you know, put a pumpkin. And what's going to go up there? Maybe a purple bat. And maybe I'll put a little spider under the pumpkin. Like that. So there we go. Maybe I should put something small down here. Which means then I would have to put something small down here. Okay, so there you go. My little tip in for a place mark. So I did, I'll do a quick flip. I did put some of the tape over the front. You can tell it's shiny now, right? And you can see, and I'm showing you specifically, it's not perfect. There's all sorts of different angles here. I was really struggling with getting that tape on. Ripping off the wrong sizes, and then it would stick down, stick to the paper, and then I was hooped because the minute it stick to the paper, I couldn't do anything about it. So, and then like I taped over this. Now, that's okay, because if I ever want to remove it, I can still cut around here and remove that off. That's fine. So, I did put like this down, some little, you know, decorating a book takes a lot of time, right? It just does. And then these objects in here is the bookmark. That was what was on the cover before, or the cover of the cover, before I used my big old clip here. See? A couple of bows. So that's in there. This is in there. I showed you guys all of this yesterday. I put down some more washi. Obviously, I like my books to be interactive. I put this sticker here instead of the one that was there before, which was like a peach drink, I believe. Put that there. And now, I don't know, I think I hooped that part up because it was really like, well, if you go back to yesterday's video, you'll see it was really like all of just these, and then I had these shiny stickers, and I thought, I need color. So what did I do? I certainly did. I made it color. So I'm just going to put that there for now. And I used the other stickers as a dump right here. And I think I put way too many. In fact, I know I did. I can remove some off, which will improve it greatly. There, just 2 stickers. That's all it takes to make something look way better. And then, okay, so I didn't go back yet. And there's a reason for that, because like it's very important to start where you are. Okay, so here's week 1 and I just penciled it in. Okay, and I'm going to move that. So we're in week 3. I wanted to make that the priority. Okay, and I also had to figure out what my my tracking log was going to be. So I literally had to pull out, and I brought this out too. I'm crunching up papers I've taken out for this book. And the reason I'm down here and not upstairs is because, like, I'm torn on where to film. Like, I prefer filming down here, but now most of my stuff is upstairs. So, yeah. Just going to put those on this piece of paper. Okay. So, I did the basics, made sure everything was outlined. There's the week 2 to from the 6th to the 12th. Because I backed it up from September 29th to October 5th, this book has 5 weeks in it. So that was week 1. Week 2 is from the 6th to the 12th. Week 3 is here. And I just used those 2 pencil crayons. We call them pencil crayons here in Canada. I know they're colored pencils everywhere else in the world. I used, it doesn't even say the color, you guys. So, like, the outline is reddish brown and then this tannish color. So that's what I used. Just kept it simple, except down here I used like a pinkish, which I didn't like. And I did it really soft because I didn't want the vellum for it to like show up through. But I wanted like all of these, and I used the Sepia Faber-Castell pen to draw out these little mutilated stars. And I colored 2 in with this color. Usually I like a 3-color system. And I guess it is if you count this one. But I didn't like that. I like them all just left. So with that being said, there, I did that. I dated them all with the same pen. And I haven't even done my daily. So I'm going to go back and do that with you guys, okay? This is the gratitude, daily gratitude. This is the personal goals. And then I have each one of my children's family, okay? So my daughter, she lives on her own, so that's why she's got her own box. What I am going to do here is make note of when I've spoken with them, text with them, etc. Interacted with them in a month or within that week, because it's very important to me. Family is very, very important to me. And then like one of my personal goals will be that right off the bat is ensure all girls are contacted. And then I'll write the dates down. Now, let's see. This here is priorities. So this could be literally anything. It doesn't have to be planning priorities. It doesn't have to be anything. It could simply be, I've got to get my vehicle in. So like, say if I do my brain dump in something so important, like it's the one thing, I'll write it in bold here. Or maybe the priority is just a prayer or an inspirational thought. It doesn't matter. Or a reset. Like maybe I'm in a crap mood and I sit down and I look and I think, okay, I really need to like reset my attitude right now. So there's no rules here. And that's how I've given it the weekly look. Okay. Then the brain dump. So I've left it empty, except they did it. Here I'm going to go back, and because I do have everything written down in a book, I'm going to go back and see, obviously, what has not been done. And then here we are. So whatever's here and I don't get done today will go into next week's. And there's a lot of space in this A5 book. So I'm almost positive there's going to be like lots of room for stickers and stuff. And then I left a space between that page and the tracker. So I just put house, this house picture from a magazine. And I really like the colors in this. I have a fascination with different architectural houses. Hobbit homes and things like that. So this is what took me the longest to figure out, because in this book is where I found the answers of what, this was June 2025. And this is the first book where I did like this tip pin on the outer page like this. And I realized that the flip of all of these books are not on my channel, so I'll do that for sure. A lot of you said that. So I came along, and I really like this book, by the way. I came along and took the trackers from here and the books. I'm not really tracking YouTube. For me, that's not the priority. Okay. So here I've got like my morning routine here, and then housework, and then my main source of passion, and like you can tell I do it every single day, which is writing. This is different than writing in these books or writing in my journals. This is actual writing, folks. It's either researched writing for mental health, or it's like my own personal writing. Then reading / annotation. And I pray that you guys are seeing this okay? Oh, good. And then art and any medium, okay? However, that being said, I've left enough pages in each of these books to do it. So, and then I just realized that, okay, it's really hard to put vitamins without actually putting what my vitamins are. So the ones that I care about the most are my vitamin D, my multi, my electrolytes, my magnesium and calcium, and there's one more. And I can't think of it right now. I have to go to my cupboard and look. And then these are my moods, okay? And for most of them, like if I don't say low, medium, or high, which is LMH, or an asterisk, okay, or like 1 to 10, SFS is severe fatigue syndrome. So many things can cause that. So like it's a real generalized symptom, but I want to track it. And sometimes it's from diet. Sometimes it's from lack of exercise. Sometimes it's from not taking my vitamins. Sometimes it's from not eating properly and getting enough calories. Sometimes it's from a number of things. But this is why logging it for me is really crucial. Am I talkative? My motivation and energy, my anxiety, my depression. Am I stressed? Am I overwhelmed? And then I have a star system here. So wherever I star it, I add it to my notes. Okay. These notes I speak about to my doctor. And the thing is because I'm withdrawing from a medication, that's like very key. So I'm not surprised at all that I am starred that many days, right? Because what used to buffer me before, I'm withdrawing from that buffer and learning to stand without it. And then dissociated. Well, again, this week I've been doing that quite a bit as well. And the difference between now being dissociated and previously in my life being dissociated is that I never knew I was. And now I'm fully aware. Right? So again, I start that to write it down. And that goes to another doctor, and I talk to her about that, and we figure out why, or why that's important. And then, so I have 4s all week for SFS, which for me is not bad. Not bad. Considering I'm coming off a medication that's super strong, not bad at all. I've seen my SFS 8 and 9 even. Humor. I watch this like a hawk because when I start employing it full time, like the dry wit, I'm usually masking. So the beginning of the week, 4, Wednesday was 5, and then I dropped 2, and 1. So nothing was funny. So there was anxiety, and then poof, it fell to depression. So do you see like this wave? Okay, like the mood, this wave. And I want to see that. Like if I was to graph that, I'd see that clearly. Then there's panic. And yep, so far I've had 3 mild panic attacks this week. However, did not medicate for them. So it's still a win. Was I calm and was I silent? And no, I was not. So sometimes the best thing you can do is be silent. Right? Just sit with your silence and observe your own thoughts and just not judge them, not do anything, but just sit. For somebody with a racing mind, it's very, very hard, but yet I have noticed when I can do it, it does help. So what I'm thinking is that I haven't got really like the space in, like I haven't made the conscious effort for the space to be in a quiet, calm, serene kind of environment. So that would make a difference. Then I asked, did I eat healthy? Did I drink? I worded this funny. I said, water okay? Meaning, did I take in my 32 to 40 ounces? Screen time, low, medium, high. Now, I could have said hours, but because my phone, my watch, pardon me, tracks that. But I just figured I'd keep in the rhythm of that. So I put medium. Once I get on my phone, you guys, it's game over. Don't know about you, but it is so game over for me. It's so key I stay away from it. I don't even touch it first thing in the morning. Unless I'm filming. Fast food, yes or no? This is key as well, because there's oils in fast foods, and all oils I can't tolerate. And then here I've got all the books. Kiss, Cousin, Weeks Daily, 5-Year Journal, my Deep Journal, because over here I have just my regular journal, Deep Journal, Low No Spend. So I had 2 days where I spent more than what I would consider a low or no spend. Secretary, other, and then overall 1 to 10 for the week. And I have not rated those days. 1 being low and 10 being high. So that is my tracker. So then this here is the food log and chore log, which is kind of, I was going to make this a health log. And the reason I put my chores in my food log, and I will change that to health log. I think I did for week 4, did I not? Yeah, food and health log, I did. Because it's crucially important for me that my house is as clean as possible for my mind to be calm. If I am going through anything and my house is dirty, it only adds to the situation. So that's why it's there. And then up here are my appointments, which I might as well put in here. These are always the same, it seems. And then actually it was Wednesday. And then if I film, I'll just come along with like a red pen and just do this. I think I filmed quite a bit this week, did I not? Yeah, I think I filmed like 6 out of the 7 days. I'll have to check. So to do and to buy, well, I had to buy a snake. Now, hear me out. Not a snake, but a toilet snake. Who knows what they are? And the reason is that I live in a place where they send a maintenance man over if my toilet gets like inoperable, let's just say. And it just seems to me like this horrible waste of time, effort, energy, etc. I know that this gentleman's probably running his own business, but like when I can go and buy a snake for 17 bucks. I used to manage an apartment building years ago. So like, really? So I did that. And also my plunger, I know, TMI, you guys, broke. So I picked up those. So yes, those are done. And what else? I had to get cat food always. I'm going through like probably 8, 16, 24 pounds of cat food a week. I don't know. And then I have night sleep hours. I have to get that off my phone, and daily steps. I know one day, which was it? Friday? Yeah, I did 8,000 steps. But you see, I've got to be more consistent. And now, like, finally the rain has just stopped, like, really coming down hard. So I can fill that in. But there is a correlation with all of this. And all of this helps my overall health. Same with the tracker. So these 2 pages are very, very key. And the brain dump too. And then here is, oh, okay, wait a minute. This is the weekly, you guys. Where's my yellow tab? I was going to say, my food log, my food and health log is here. This is my weekly. All right, let's find a sticky. I see a yellow something, so I'll just haul him out. Come here, you. Sorry, they're stuck to my fingers. Okay, I'll just write weekly on it. I thought that was odd. Okay, and then the next one is the food and health log. So I really tried to carb up yesterday, and that did not work at all. So I've had exactly 1 soda cracker this morning with my medication. And I have to go back into my book to find out what I ate. Then I ask myself the question in the morning, did I have sugar? Have I exercised? Did I listen to music, move my body to music? Did I open my curtains? Did I get fresh air? Did I do my affirmations? Gratitude? Did I do art, deep breathing, meditation, yoga? I could have put a whole bunch of other things in here. Did I shower? Did I this? But I'm already asking myself that here, okay? These I find key, and then meal plan, work log. Okay, so here's the thing. I've got so much food in my house. It's so easy to go out for fast food because cooking for one is such a pain. So half the time I don't feel like eating, but if it's put before me, you know. Okay, so here's where I'm going to be mapping out everything I have, and then I'll do the meal plan, first and second meals. I'm generally on the OMAD diet, which is 1 meal a day, but because I have 2 times a day where I take medications, then I need to take a little bit of food with that medication. So I did that, and then here's the art pages. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there is a 7th. So if I wanted to do that, I could do that. 4 and 5, 6 and 7. So a essentially every single day. This is the dailies, Embracing the Blues. We talked about this yesterday. And then I wrote something about that, dailies. And then I just put something that's blue, houses, and put some decoration on it. And I just came along with some washi. This is going to be a great way to use up my washi because I have, as you had seen already, quite a lot of washi. And it'll break up the page. I've watched Monique do it, so I'm going to use that maybe morning, evening, because this is a timeline. I haven't got to the dailies yet, obviously. But I did use different variations. Don't ask me why I did the space theme, but this 3i Atlas thing is in the news all the time, whatever. I have thoughts. That's all I'm saying. I have thoughts, you guys. But I'll keep them to myself. And then I found this scrap of paper on my floor, and I thought, well, I'll just put it in. And then Saturday, the most important thing in the world is family. And then here we are today. So I will start here and go backwards. And there we are into week 4. And back to the pencil outline, which I'm just noticing now you guys can't see. But now you can. And guess what? I did all 5 weeks. All 5 weeks. I have not, like I drew out everything for 5 weeks. All of it. Tabbed it all out. And then in the back, look at my nails. That's when they were done right. I put this vellum in the back. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tabs at the top. So I can, this is basically going to be everything period, right? So since I'm on week 3 and I haven't done anything, by the time next week comes around, I will have this many pages to just pour my thoughts on whatever I want. If I want to do a brain dump here, if I want to do like, you know, like one of those great big circles and, you know, diagrams and pictures and, you know, plot down this or that, the other, I will. And then I just put some like notes in the back like that. And let's go back now. What are we at? We're at 53 minutes. So that's what I've done so far. Let's see. Like I haven't done much. I haven't done like even the morning pages now. And I'm just thinking to myself, well, okay, you know what? I can do that with you watching, but I'm probably going to just do it on my own. And then the next time you see it, I'll be into week 4 because I didn't realize I was going to talk so much all the way through. And I'm going to just do a quick flip just for those that have stayed to the end of this book. I'll drop down the camera so that you guys can see. This was June of 2025. This is my size, you guys. Love this book. Love the B6, and you can see the difference already. Can you not? Like, can you not see the difference between the books? That's too goth, too, like, I'm color. I'm not, no. But I tried it. At least I know. This is sort of my style here. Very interactive. Stickers that don't make sense. Like, things that are like bits and bobs and everything. I'm very, I need texture. I need fantasy. I need to explore and to see like the beauty. And these little pages are more my size. You know, this is about the amount of stuff I can fit. Little potato. That's the brain dump there. The weekly tracker. So yeah, I don't know why I did this twice, as opposed to, yeah. This is the joy list. That was using like the Kleenex top, Kleenex box top. This is learning, creativity. Cleaning log. Food log. Dailies. It's Oki plans. I always say Ollie plans, and I'm always wrong. I feel so bad. I hope she doesn't know about me. Or dailies. I'm sorry, Oki. That's week 2. Obviously, this is when I got my raccoon stickers from Amazon. And that's when I was putting like pockets from photo albums in here, so I could slip in photos of my grandkids or my kids. If I wanted them in my books, then I might go back to that. It's really, like, I could yap about all of this, but I'm trying to go through it quite quickly. I start talking and you know I'm going to have like story time after story time after story time, and sometimes it's just nice to show you guys like the pages. So yeah, this is definitely more my style. I feel like I've come home to this style when I pick up books like this. And all my other books are like very similar to this. So it's my own doing that I change sizes because I'm unable to do that. I know what my size is. I'm a loyalist to people and to sizes and to books and stuff like that. Like that picture. Wow, that's a busy daily. And I love magazine clippings, you guys. Like, it's so easy to fill your book with magazine clippings. Books within books. Back is sore today. I want to go walk. So I've got Health Tracker and Food Log on the same one. Which one is it? Probably both. That's when I had a cleaning log page. This is learning. These, like, I don't like it when I don't let them breathe. The joy, gratitude. So this is like an example. This week is an example of needing to do more planner projects, I think, because sometimes more is just more. And obviously more is here. Like, I was obviously very busy, had a lot of energy, and just like, let's go, go, go. And energy can come from being anxious, energized, or even depressed, as avoidance. So with ADHD, you don't know. You have to really sit down and figure out what's behind it. And yes, you can have normal periods of being energized, you know, because you're feeling great. And that's super fun. It's like the journal part. Yeah, so the weeks now are over, and this is journal. I'm just gonna, like, and then I cut out a lot of papers from this book. And yeah, put an envelope in the back. She was quite thick. So that's it. That's my flip of this book for you guys as a thank you. And next time you see this book, I'll have week 3 complete, some of week 2, and working steadily daily on week 4. So everybody, thank you so much for joining me again today. I hope you have a blessed and beautiful Sunday. Remember, we are all perfectly imperfect. You're a love needed and wanted far, far more than you will ever know. I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.